Hey there, welcome back to Investor Voice. I'm Michael. After 20 years in finance, working with everyone from rookies to big shot CEOs, I've started noticing a pattern. The super successful folks, the ones actually stacking real wealth and moving forward while everyone else just grinds, aren't the smartest people in the room. They're not outworking everyone either. What they do differently, they know how to work smarter. They've fine-tuned their habits. Most of what they do comes down to these tiny, almost invisible routines built right into each day. These little systems snatch back minutes here and there, and by the end of the year, those stolen minutes turn into entire days, sometimes weeks. That's extra time they pour into their business, relationships, and themselves. Honestly, I'm a little obsessed with this stuff. I hate wasting time. I've spent years picking out micro habits for myself. Super simple tricks that barely take a minute, but save me a ton of time every week. Today, I want to hand over 22 of my favorites. These are the ones that keep me sharp, help me plow through my work, and most importantly, give me back my evenings and weekends. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with some real, usable tools you can plug into your life right away. Let's jump in. First up, habit number 1. This is how I kick off every single work day. I sit down and I ask myself, what's today's adventure? It sounds cheesy, but there's a reason I do it. What I'm really doing is asking, what's the one thing I absolutely need to get done today? What's the task that, if I nail it, makes the whole day a win? By calling it an adventure, I trick my brain into treating it like a game, something interesting, not a chore. And believe it or not, the science backs me up. When you approach your day with that kind of playful energy, you get more done, you're more creative, and you don't get so stressed. So, tomorrow morning, just take 10 seconds. Ask yourself, what's today's adventure? Lock in one important thing and let that set the tone before the rest of the day tries to push you around. Habit 2 is a natural next step. Once you know your big task, put it in your calendar right away. Don't just think about it. Don't just jot it on a to-do list. Actually block the time in your calendar. If it's not there, it doesn't exist. That's the rule. To-do lists are well-intentioned, but they're just ideas. Your calendar is a promise to yourself. When you find your slot, enter it in, and treat it like the most important meeting you've got. Don't let anything else eat up that space. Tell people you're booked and guard that time. This habit alone changes the game for what you actually get done. Habit 3 is all about what you do when it's finally time to work on that task. Grab a timer. Anything works. Your phone, an app, or even the old school kitchen one. Set it for however long you're planning to focus. A running timer flips a switch in your brain. It turns your task into a quest. Suddenly, you're in the zone for those minutes, locked in, not wandering off to check emails or scroll your phone. I use timers for nearly everything, writing, analyzing, even reading. While it's counting down, that's focus time. When it rings, you're allowed to take a break. It's a dead simple way to carve out real, productive work time and keep burnout at bay. Habit 4 is all about getting your phone out of sight and out of mind. Honestly, just turning it face down isn't enough. If you really want to concentrate, stick your phone in another room. There's some wild research out there. Just having your phone nearby, even if it's off and flipped over, messes with your focus. Your brain keeps listening for it, almost like it's expecting something to happen. It's a low-level drain you barely notice. So do yourself a favor. Put your phone somewhere else entirely and shut the door. Tell your brain, we're focusing now. You'll be surprised by how much sharper your concentration gets when you know your phone can't reach you. Now, habit 5 takes it even further. I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb, always. The only folks who can break through are my wife, my mom, close family. That's it. Every other buzz, ping, and app, it can wait. Most notifications aren't emergencies. They're just ways other people try to steal your attention. When you leave Do Not Disturb on, you're in charge. You choose when to check messages or scroll through emails. Every time you stop to check a notification, it costs you. It's not just the few seconds you lose, it's the struggle to get your focus back. Scientists call this attention residue. Turns out it can take more than 20 minutes to get back in the zone after an interruption. So every ping you skip is another chunk of your day saved. Habit 6, lock down your evenings. After 9 p.m., every distracting app on my phone gets blocked. Social media, news, YouTube, they're just gone. Those last hours before bed aren't meant for scrolling. They're for slowing down, hanging out with your people, reading a book, actually resting. Nighttime scrolling isn't harmless. Messing around on your phone late just eats into your sleep and destroys your energy for tomorrow. That's how the exhaustion spiral starts. By blocking the temptation, you protect your nights and your mornings. It's not about having stronger willpower. It's about setting up systems that work for you. On to habit 7. Keep your phone out of your bedroom. At night, I charge mine across the room, or sometimes in a completely different spot. All I keep by the bed is my Kindle. This kills the urge to scroll if I wake up, and it means the day doesn't start with a flood of notifications. Mornings and nights actually feel calm, which is a rare thing these days. If you want your bedroom to be a peaceful place, not another outpost of the digital world, keep your phone somewhere else. Habit 8 is for anyone who wants to work faster. Learn your keyboard shortcuts. I'm serious about this one. Whether you're using Excel, Google Docs, Notion, Slack, or your browser, shortcuts save you so much time. It doesn't seem like much, but all those little seconds looking for your mouse really add up. Spend a few minutes making a list of shortcuts you use most, then run through them until you don't have to think about it. Control-C, Control-V, Control-T. These things are lifesavers, and once you get used to them, you'll wonder how you ever worked any other way. Habit 9 cranks it up another notch. Stop using your mouse to open apps. On a Mac, use Spotlight. On Windows, hit the Windows key and just start typing. I love Alfred for this. It makes things even faster. The point is, the fastest people on a computer rely on their keyboard. At first it feels weird, but after a week of practice, it just feels natural. You actually start to wonder why you ever bothered doing it any other way. Habit 10 is another keyboard trick I can't live without. Text expansion. It's simple. Set up shortcuts so your device turns a few letters into full sentences, numbers, or phrases you type all the time. I have one for my email, another for my phone number, address, even my company's VAT number. Anytime I catch myself retyping something, I make a shortcut for it. Setting this up only takes seconds, but it saves me loads of time over the years. Macs and iPhones come with this built in. Check your keyboard settings. But apps like Text Expander take it even further. No more typing your full home address into endless online forms. Just a couple of keystrokes and you're done. That's what text expansion does. Habit 11 is all about dropping the keyboard sometimes and just talking. Honestly, most of us speak way faster than we type. Even me, and I fly at over 150 words a minute. Dictation is a lifesaver for dumping ideas, firing off emails, or jotting down notes. Most devices do a decent job with built-in dictation now, and there are smart, AI-powered apps that organize your rambling into something structured. I use dictation for most of my writing these days. I talk, and my screen fills with words. It's like having your own personal note-taker. You're free to move, look around, and just think out loud. For habit 12, there's the capture habit, an idea I stole from David Allen's book, Getting Things Done. The core is easy. Write down every to-do the moment it pops into your head. I use Things 3 on my iPhone with a widget right on my home screen. I remember I need milk. I tap, type, done in 5 seconds. 2 huge benefits. First, you don't forget important stuff anymore. More importantly, you stop using your brain as a storage unit. Your mind isn't meant for juggling endless lists. It's meant for thinking and problem solving. If you're always trying to remember tasks, you get anxious and distracted. The capture habit wipes that worry away and clears up mental space. Honestly, it's one of the best habits for reducing stress that I know. Habit 13 is about wrangling chaos, otherwise known as your messaging apps. My WhatsApp, chaos. Hundreds of unread messages all the time. But I found a hack. Organize people into lists. Family, close friends, business stuff, my core team. I even use emojis so they're easy to spot. Now, when I open WhatsApp, I can see if anyone I actually care about messaged me, and I ignore all those random group chats cluttering my inbox. This little system zaps my anxiety about missing something important and stops me from endlessly scrolling through useless notifications. It took 10 minutes to set up, saves me hours every single week. Finally, habit 14 is for anyone drowning in info. Speed up your listening. Seriously, audiobooks and podcasts at 1.5x or 2x speed sound weird at first, but your brain catches on fast. Give it a few hours, and your mind keeps up just fine. Suddenly, you're doubling or even tripling how much you're taking in without spending more time. When a 10-hour book becomes a 5-hour listen at 2x speed, that's 5 hours back in your week. Stack that over the months and you end up saving days. For anything you want to learn, it's a total game changer. Habit 15 is all about double dipping, using your time in two ways at once. I'm talking about mixing a mental task with something physical you can do on autopilot. Real multitasking, trying to focus on two thinking jobs at the same time, never really works. But pairing something like listening to an audiobook while you clean the kitchen or catch the train, that's where the magic happens. Honestly, this is how I crammed in tons of business and self-development books back when I had a regular job. My commute turned into my learning zone. These days, I keep it going. I listen while walking, exercising, or dealing with chores. Suddenly, all that dead time is packed with value. Habit 16 runs with that idea. Walking Zoom calls. I aim for 10,000 steps a day, which is about 100 minutes of walking. And most days, I also rack up about 100 minutes of Zoom meetings. So when I can, I just take the meeting outside. AirPods, phone, and I'm lapping the neighborhood. I hit my step goal, soak up some sunlight, and tick off my meetings. Plus, I honestly enjoy my calls more this way. I feel clearer and more engaged when I'm moving. Suddenly, what used to be a pretty static part of my day feels healthier and way more productive. 17 brings this concept indoors. Grab a walking treadmill and stick it under your standing desk. If I have a day of emails or research and no video calls, I'll set the treadmill to a gentle pace and walk as I work. I can rack up thousands of steps without even noticing. I'll even do this just gaming or watching a show in the evening. It's an easy way to swap some sitting for movement, and it pays off. More energy, sharper focus, just better overall. Then there's habit 18, set up recurring calendar blocks. Sounds simple, but it's a game changer. My wife and I have date night every Sunday, same time, every week, locked into the calendar. No need to check in or try to remember, it's just there. Same for workouts, tennis lessons, or team meetings. Recurring events cut out the endless scheduling back and forth and save you that mental bandwidth. If there's anything you do regularly, just make it automatic. Your brain will thank you. Habit 19 takes it even further. Batch your planning. For example, I'm in charge of picking restaurants for date nights. Instead of hunting down a place every single week, I just sit down once a month and book all 4 dates in one go. 4 reservations, done. That's batching, doing repetitive or similar tasks together so you stop wasting time and energy making the same decision over and over. It works for meal prep, grocery lists, even content creation. The more you batch, the faster and easier it all gets. And last up, habit 20, a little life trick for you. Schedule something important at 8 a.m. I do tennis lessons 3 times a week, always at 8. Why so early? Because committing to something at 8 a.m. gets you out of bed, which means you'll actually start going to bed earlier too. Suddenly you're sleeping better, you've got more energy, and your mornings are super productive. If you have control over your schedule, try shifting your big priorities to first thing in the morning. You'll knock out your most important task before most people finish their first coffee, and that sense of accomplishment carries you through the rest of the day. Habit 21 is all about outsourcing. Hire a cleaner. I've done it since I left university, and honestly, it's one of the best decisions I've made. If there's a task you really hate, and you can pay someone less than what your own hour is worth, do it. A cleaner saves you hours every week. Those are hours you can put into work, family, or just catching your breath. Forget the idea that it's a luxury. It's actually a smart buy. You're buying your own time back. The same thinking works for hiring an executive assistant if you run a business. Let someone else deal with your emails, calendar, and endless to-dos so you can focus on the stuff only you can handle. Here's how I look at it. If your time is worth $50 an hour and you pay someone $20 an hour to handle something you dread, that's not spending money. That's pocketing $30 an hour in saved time and sanity. Now, habit 22, the last one, and probably the most important, is to figure out how to enjoy what you do. This is the heart of my approach to productivity. When you like what you're doing, you don't have to drag yourself into focus. You just get stuff done. You're more creative, you've got more energy, and the results speak for themselves. So keep asking yourself, how can I make this more fun? How do I turn it into a game? How can I work with a sense of play? This is the ultimate time-saving move, because when you're having fun, time just moves differently, and you get way more done. It's not about pretending something boring is fun. It's about finding what makes you genuinely interested, adding a bit of challenge, or teaming up with people you enjoy working with. Change your work so it fuels you instead of draining you. There you have it, 22 habits. They don't take more than a minute each to start, but together they save me over 25 hours every week. Do the math. That's more than 100 hours a month, over 1,200 a year. That adds up to 30 weeks of full-time work. Imagine what you could do with that much extra time. The projects, the skills, the family moments, or just rest. That's the real magic of micro habits. Small changes stack up to huge results. You can do the same. Start with 1 or 2 habits that grab your attention. Put them into action right away. Then add more as you go. Before long, you'll see how these tiny tweaks free up way more time and energy than you expected. No need to flip your life upside down overnight. Just pick something from the list and do it tomorrow. Start there. The long journey to reclaiming your time begins with a single minute. If you got something from this video and you're serious about taking back your time and building wealth, join the Investor Voice community. Don't just watch. Get involved in your own financial journey. Subscribe. It's quick, it's free, and it keeps you in the loop for more practical, real strategies every week. We're building a space for people who want to master their money and their lives. I'd love to have you with us. And seriously, while you're here, hit the like button. It takes a second, but it means a lot. It helps this video reach other people who feel overwhelmed or short on time. Your click could be the thing that helps someone finally see there's a better way. Share the video with someone you know who's always complaining about not having enough time. A friend, a coworker, a relative. It might be just the push they need. And last thing, and this matters the most to me, drop a comment below. So, which habit are you ready to tackle first? Or maybe you've got your own clever time-saving trick to share. Seriously, I read all your comments. They help me see what you're dealing with, what you're curious about, and where you could use a hand. Your feedback shapes where this channel goes next. Your voice really matters, so don't be shy. Leave a comment. For now, I'm Michael, and I'll catch you in the next video. Go make some time for yourself. You'll be grateful later.